Well, Happy New Year as we head into what may be the most uncertain New Year's Eve since 1941. Today's report is not only timely and controversial, but it's also indicative of the mercenary motivation and hypocrisy of America's #1 billionaire.
Leon's going to send up a rocket. He looks forward to it. That's all he thinks about is things like that.
But for anyone closing out the new year with the thought that Elon Musk is in cahoots with Donald Trump to make America great again, please hang around for today's cork-popping revelation about the greed and inhumanity regarding Elon Musk, H-1B visas, and the shell games these two play to make suckers of us all, especially the increasingly mystified MAGA faithful. Now, before we lay out today's incredible story of the once illegal immigrant from South Africa turned richest man in the world, well, it only makes it sweeter if we first catch up on some highlights of how Trump's most loyal stooges feel so badly betrayed. Like in the song, Should Old Acquaintance Be Forgot and Never Brought to Mind? Well, it seems they were forgotten just as recently as last night.
We're not even to inauguration yet, and that factional fighting, I would argue, is bigger and more glaring than almost any other I've ever witnessed in American politics. You're seeing that right now in the battle over immigration, which has been exploding among the MAGA right. Basically, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, the tech overlords who appear to be running Trump's second-term agenda, rely on highly skilled immigrants to power their enterprises. Those immigrants come to this country to work with an H-1B visa, which provides terms that are extremely favorable to their employers and also an amazing opportunity for the folks coming to work here. Folks basically have to stay at their job in order to stay in the country. If they leave their position, they have 2 months to find a new job or risk getting deported. So you can see why someone like Elon Musk likes them so much. For example, this is not abstract. When Musk bought Twitter and a huge percentage of the staff headed for the exits, Vice News reported on how Twitter employees on visas can't just quit. The other side of the debate over the H-1B visa is the one that folks like Stephen Miller and Stephen Bannon have been pushing for years, that we should restrict, limit, perhaps end all immigration in the U.S., legal and illegal, right? Stuff at the border around asylum, but also H-1B visas. I mean, just listen to the two of them on Bannon's old radio show back in March of 2016. This is before Trump was even the Republican nominee. Take a listen.
And they see these oligarchs down there with 54 private jets, and they're not down there for their health. They're called together by Karl Rove, and it's a Stop Trump movement. And it's a Stop Trump movement because they want unlimited HB1 visas. Isn't the beating heart of this problem right now, the real beating heart of it, of what we got to get sorted here, is not illegal immigration, as horrific as that is, and it's horrific. Don't we have a problem? We've looked the other way on this legal immigration that's kind of overwhelmed the country.
The history of America is that an immigration on period is followed by an immigration off period.
So see, be very clear there, right? H-1B visas, legal immigration, and immigration off period. Like, they have a pretty clear vision. Miller's going to be the one writing that border bill. So those two factions of the Republican Party with pretty profoundly different views are at each other's throats about what to do with their newfound power.
So, to today's big story, according to the Electrek website, I think they would know, Tesla replaced laid-off U.S. workers with foreign workers using H-1B visas that Musk wants to increase. Tesla has replaced some of its U.S. employees who were let go as part of a big wave of layoffs earlier this year with foreign workers using H-1B visas, which Elon Musk is now campaigning to increase. Over the last week, Elon Musk has been promoting the increase of H-1B visas, which are used to bring foreign workers into the U.S. for specialty occupation. Qualified foreign workers need to be sponsored by a company to get the visa, which lasts 3 years, extendable to 6 years, after which the holder needs to reapply. The visa holder must maintain employment at the visa sponsor to retain the work visa. The worker would have to leave the country if the employment ends for whatever reason. This has led to some criticism as it gives tremendous power to the employer and can lead to a modern version of indentured servitude. While there are obvious benefits to bringing skilled workers into the U.S., people are divided on the issue because those workers are often paid less than U.S. workers, putting negative pressure on compensation, especially in the tech industry, on top of the moral questions about holding visas over the heads of foreign workers. That's why the U.S. Congress has mandated a 65,000 visa cap limiting the number of H-1B visas that can be issued each fiscal year, plus an extra 20,000 for foreign people coming out of graduate programs at U.S. universities. Tesla has been a big user of those visas, and its CEO, Elon Musk, has been using his newfound political influence to promote increasing the cap of H-1B visas. He receives significant pushback from his new friends on the right side of the political spectrum in the U.S., who see this visa as being used to steal jobs from Americans. He's quite passionate about the issue, to say the least. To be fair, Musk didn't come to the U.S. on an H-1B visa. He came on a student visa. And later, his own brother admitted that they were illegal immigrants in the early days of launching their Zip2 startup in the U.S. Over the last few days, several current and former Tesla workers reached out to Electrek to reveal that Tesla ramped up the use of H-1B visas to replace U.S. workers it let go during a wave of layoffs earlier this year. We reported that roughly 15,000 employees were let go at Tesla around April 2024. Every department was affected, but the layoffs were concentrated in Texas and California, where Tesla has more workers than anywhere else. Current and former Tesla employees say that many of the laid-off U.S. workers were replaced by foreign workers using H-1B visas. These claims are backed by U.S. Department of Labor data, which shows that Tesla requested over 2,000 H-1B visas during the time it was laying off U.S. workers. Again, there's a cap of 65,000 visas for the entire U.S. annually, and Tesla alone tried to get over 3% of them. Tesla workers said that the many employees let go were more senior engineers with higher compensation, and they have been replaced with junior engineers from foreign countries at lower pay. Well, the rest of this great article from Electrek, it points out really the underlying issue. Elon sponsors these workers, leans on them to put in 60 to 80-hour work weeks, which many have done, faithfully based in the belief in Tesla's mission to accelerate the advent of electric transportation in order to curb climate change. But let's not forget that Elon has spent a tremendous amount of money and effort over the last year to get deniers of the human impact on climate change elected. But he has found, he's a smart guy, he's found another effective way, though, to motivate workers to work harder and longer. Hold that visa over their head. So what manner of a man does that kind of thing? Well, the kind of guy who would sell his mother a car at full price.
You know, it's like a Tesla. When Elon bought me a Tesla, he doesn't get a discount. He has to pay full fee. And my nephew had said, hey, why don't I get a discount? I'm family. And he said, everybody's family when you buy a Tesla. I think that's cute.
Cute. Thank you, Cruella DeVille. And to our MAGA friends and Trump's most ardent and loyal supporters, well, say goodbye to the promises made in the past and say hello to Baby New Year. Cheers. Bitter days ahead.